Today we're going to talk about how to actually ask for referrals and actually get them. Now here's the good news. If you're following NEPQ or the new model of selling that we teach in our training programs, you're eventually going to do a lot less cold calling and you're going to have a higher percentage of referrals instead. Now that could depend on your industry, but a lot of times we've trained salespeople and companies in this method that end up not doing any cold calling at all. And you know what's great about that? Referrals are much easier to sell than a random stranger if you have the right questions in your arsenal. So pay attention to this one. We're going to start here with asking for referrals. Now there's a right way to get referrals and a wrong way. I'm just going to show you the right way today. I'm going to give you the framework. Here's how to start that conversation. I'm going to role play with myself. New model salesperson says this. This is after you've already sold him. John, I appreciate the opportunity to be able to help you. Can I ask you, in your mind, how do you feel we've been able to help you the most? Now, why do you ask that question? Because they're going to tell themselves how you've helped them. And when they do that, they start to own that. Then they're going to answer and you're going to say this. Now, with that in mind, I guess who do you know that might be struggling with? And then you're going to plug in the problem that you solve for them. Now, example might look like this. Let's say that you sell merchant processing of all things. With that in mind, who do you know that might be struggling with, overpaying for merchant processing? Now, once they've suggested a friend and they've answered, a business associate, the new model salesperson will then ask for more information. You have to get more details. Notice the way I ask this and notice my tone. Let's say that their friend, Jim, owns a company that needs merchant processing. I'm just giving you a random example. Okay, can you tell me a little bit more about this person and why you feel like we could help them? Why do you want them to tell you more? It goes back to finding more about the person before you call, but we also want this prospect to own this. That way they're more likely to contact this person and build you up before you actually make that call. So then they're going to tell you why they feel that you can help their friend. So they own that, and then you're going to say, okay, well, how do you think it would be best to approach them? Do you feel like you should, communicate to them first that I would be calling? Why would you want to do that? Why would you want to ask them to call this person? Because we want that person referring to reach out to them. It's far more powerful that way. You're more likely to get a hold of them and actually convert that referral. Now, after they tell you you should call them around this time or blah, 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 and yes, I'm going to call them and blah, 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 you want to find out what they're going to say. So you're going to say this. What do you think you should say when you talk to them? Now, let's say if they come back and they say, I'm going to talk about all the great things you do and blah, 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 blah. Well, you want to be able to prevent them from saying anything that might be weird or that might create resistance with that person, anything too technical or inaccurate or weird. It's the key for you to get the right referral, and that referral actually being there and interested. So you're going to offer a suggestion to help them communicate the right thing with the right words. So let's say if they say, I'm going to talk about this and this and this. Yeah, I guess you could say that. Can I suggest something to you? Yeah, sure, go ahead. What if you talked with them about some of the challenges you had and how he might be having right now and how we were able to solve those? Would that be more helpful to him? Now, in most cases, they're going to think this is a great idea. They're going to be, wow, that's a really great idea. Then you're going to say, okay, so besides Jim, is there anyone else you feel we could help? Now, what's important for you to notice about this statement is the use of the words, you feel I could help. First, you've made it about them and how they feel. And second, people are far more likely to give you referrals if they feel that you are in it to help the people they are referring. All right, we just went over very short, quick examples on how to get referrals the right way, and that is your tip for the day.